Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. So this next reading is going to be a general reading using the Akashic Tarot. First, I'm going to begin with Bible. It's a random section here. Matthew 19:13. The little children and Jesus. Then little children were brought to Jesus for him to place his hands on them and pray for them. But the disciples rebuked those who brought them. Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." When he placed his hands on them, he went on from there. The rich young man. Now a man came up to Jesus and asked, "Teacher, what good thing must I do to get eternal life?" "Why do you ask me about what is good?" Jesus replied. "There is only one who is good. If you want to enter life, obey the commandments." "Which one?" the man inquired. Jesus replied, "Do not murder, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not give false testimony, honor your father and mother, and love your neighbors as yourself." "All these I have kept," the young man said. "What do I still lack?" Jesus answered, "If you want to be perfect, go sell your possessions and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come follow me." When the young man heard this, he went away sad because he had great wealth. Then Jesus said to his disciples, "I tell you the truth, it is hard for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Again I tell you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God." When the disciples heard this, they were greatly astonished and asked, "Who then can be saved?" Jesus looked at them and said, "With man this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Peter answered him, "We have left everything to follow you. What then will there be for us?" Jesus said to him, "I tell you the truth, at the renewal of all things, when the Son of Man sits on his glorious throne, you who have followed me will also sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone who has left houses or brothers or sisters or father or mother or children or fields for my sake will receive 100 times as much and will inherit eternal life. But many who are first will be last, and many who are last will be first." So that was Matthew 19:13 all the way to Matthew 20. So if you'd like to continue reading, the next section would be the parable of the workers in the vineyard. Now we're going to go through these and let's see. We're 4 minutes in, and I kind of feel like all of them have some sort of importance. So I'm going to start with the roses. No particular reason why. So I have the garden, which is 5 of roses, and I have the King of Roses. So we'll start with the 5 of roses. Let's see. Okay, 5 of Roses. Two children play in a sunny, lush green garden. A boy shoots a slingshot while a girl next to him watches a butterfly in the flowers with a magnifying glass. If children aren't part of your life already, this card could show their arrival. It also could indicate that your children, even adult children, could become more of a focus for you. They may have some concerns of their own, but even so, opportunities for things to mend come easily right now. There also may be real change and benefit for one of your children who has made a special effort recently. This is a very advantageous time for the children around you. Enjoy it and help them enjoy it too. Special note. Let's see. It says, whether upright or reversed, you can look at the adjacent card, the one towards the boy shooting and the girl looking. To get more insight on the children around you and their issues, apply the details and people in the nearby card to present and future children in your life. So the card next to it is the King of Roses. But let me read about the Akashic force. Close your eyes, stepping into the garden. Become the child you used to be in heart and mind. Let the child within you take a look around for one of the children in your life who is also playing here. What new perspective do you have when the child you are meets a child around you? Okay. So now we have the King of Roses. This card shows a man holding 2 roses, a red and a white one, demonstrating a balance of passion and purity. At his feet are the yellow roses of healing and creativity. This is the King of Love, a man who is balanced and well-rounded. When he appears upright in your spread, it indicates that a potential union could be at hand, either in friendship, business, or even romance. Whether this is a new relationship or blossoming of an old one, this man brings tender-hearted and thoughtful support. He is also someone who could be helpful in your personal life, especially where home or family issues are concerned. Whether the King of Roses is you or another man, the role of husband or father is now opening to create a happy home and family. This card also lets you know that you are ready to stand up for yourself and take that loving but considerate action on your own behalf. It's time of increasing love and compassion, which always starts within. Close your eyes and step into the robes of the King of Roses. You are the king of family, home, and community. Feel a sense of care swell within you. What would you like to bring to the world around you now? Okay, so the next ones we have Eight of Keys, the Master Artisan. And we also have the Queen of Keys and the King of Keys. So the keys, let's see, 8 of Keys. Inside a bright and bustling artisan's workshop, apprentices are busy at their own workbenches, which are arrayed with the beautiful fruits of their labors. The master artisan pours a number of beautiful shining gems into the open hands of one of his apprentices. This card indicates that you now have the opportunity to offer your talents, your purpose, and your gifts to the world, making a contribution to many. Don't be shy and don't hold back. what you have to share. It's not the time to hide your light under a basket. As a matter of fact, you may now find yourself teaching or training your skill set to others. You may also be demonstrating your gifts and performing your talents publicly. Even if your gifts lie in the ability for loving, compassionate care, you will be sharing those gifts with others. In this period of time, you can build your reputation and take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. So take action, put yourself out there, and let yourself shine. There is much beauty and empowerment for you to bring to the world. Close your eyes and feel yourself filled with all the gifts you have to share with the world. Sense those energies pour through your heart and mind and out to the people around you. Feel the ease of this sharing. You cannot be drained, for all that you give flows back to you unceasingly. To create return, do this sharing frequently. So that's why I'm trying to do more readings, right? I put good things out and hope that good things are sent back to me. All right, so now we have the Queen of Keys. Let's see. Queen of Keys. A queen dressed in a gown of rich colors and textures stands atop the tower of her great castle, happily looking over the rich, verdant hills of her domain. In the far distance, her husband returns from his travels. This card represents a woman of authority. She is sensitive, helpful, and thoughtful. She is confident in her authority, but always happy to celebrate the success of others. She could be a love interest for you or someone in your life. Besides referring to a positive woman of business, the card can represent you or another who is about to climb the ladder of success. Positions of banking, investment, real estate, and management may be coming. Self-employment in any industry could also be at hand, as well as greater financial independence, increased authority, or creative autonomy at work. Special note. Take note when the Queen and King of Keys appear at the same spread. If the King and Queen are facing each other, even if they're across the table, it indicates a deeply profound relationship in love or business that is of great value. If the King and Queen have their backs to each other, there could be a break in communication or lack of connection and shared purpose. So these two I think they have their back turned towards each other. But I don't really know for sure because I don't remember how they got pulled out, so I'm sorry about that. It's like however you feel about the cards at that moment. If you are with your significant other, do you feel like there's a communication problem? Then they would have their back turned towards each other. If you feel like you have open communication and things are happening, then it'd be the opposite, of course. Feel the Queen of Keys beside you. Sense the support she has for you. She is ready to give you a key for your own life. This key may be a feeling, a word or idea, or a symbol that informs you in some way. Take this key now and sense what it means and how it feels. The King of Keys. The King of Keys rides a splendid horse toward a great castle in the distance. He is happy and at ease as he travels home. This is an entrepreneurial man with civil or commercial authority. He is confident, astute, and perhaps overly focused on his work or career. Though he can be very thoughtful and helpful to you in business or financial matters, he is often more goal-oriented than people-oriented. Keep this in mind. If this man turns out to be a love interest for you or another. Whether the King of Keys represents you or another, be on the lookout for a major promotion, a heightening of income, or furthering of career achievements. Career in finance and estate and business are typical for the King of Keys, but management in an industry can be forthcoming. This may also be a good time for self-employment and business expansion for you or a man in your life. Special note. Take note when the Queen and King appear in the same spread. It's the same thing. So you kind of have to figure out where you fit in that. Close your eyes and feel yourself step into the important position of power and wealth. You become the King of Keys and you feel yourself straighten and lift with a new strength and authority. As you survey your world, decide which part of your life you would like to approach with a greater sense of rulership. Okay, I'm going to take a drink real quick. See how many minutes. We have 16 minutes in. Okay, next, I'm going to do the two major arcanas that I pulled. And the first one is the one, the Oracle of Delphi. Not sure if there's a 0 on this, so I'll be looking at that right now, see if there's actually a 0 like the other books or book. Let's see. No 0, it starts with 1. The Oracle of Delphi. The Pythia, or the priestess of Delphi, sits upon a high three-legged seat. Steam gently rises from a small fissure in the ground. Nearby, a robed priest prepares to write upon an open scroll. With the Pythia psychically, while the Pythia psychically receives the perceptions from Apollo, it is the priest who interprets her pronouncement. In this we see the two important keys of psychic experience, perception, and interpretation. When you receive this card, you're in a time of great insight and psychic power, even if you don't recognize it yet. It lies very close to your consciousness because you have used this gift in so many past lives. You may get images or feelings without knowing how to interpret them. Take notes as you practice both your psychic perceptions and their interpretations. Just as they gave the Oracle of Delphi a profound awareness, your psychic perceptions and their interpretations give you a powerful insight and an Akashic vision of the world. Close your eyes and go within. Feel your psychic energy growing, expanding upward from the very depths of your being. Now notice the first thing that you sense. Okay, and we got the Uriel and the Sphinx, which is a 21 card, which we got in the other reading of the Archangel Power cards. Okay, so 21. The Archangel Uriel stands before the Sphinx under a full moon. The Sphinx is usually shown with the body of a lion, indicating strength, in the head of a king, showing authority and intelligence. But more than this, the Sphinx represents the enigmatic and inscrutable, the silent holder of truth, the ancient mysteries of the world. Here, the Archangel Uriel connects and confers with this great source of mystery. This card shows that it's time for you to do the most important and possibly the most difficult work in your life, the digging, an inner discovery that takes you to your deepest self and your deepest power. Even the great Sphinx had to be dug out many times from the flowing desert sands that buried it up to its neck, and you must dig diligently too. You may have to chip away at the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and history so that you can get to the truth inside. But don't worry, you have begun already, and you've made considerable inroads. There's also someone here to help you, Uriel, whose name means Fire of God. You can work directly in your meditations with this archangel for self-understanding and transformation and guidance. Also be on the lookout for someone in your daily life whom Uriel has sent. This could be a teacher, a mentor, or even a new friend who shares a kinship with you about this inner quest. It is a relationship of great value that comes in a time of profound power. Don't diminish the importance of this phase. It is this work that leads you to your initiation into your higher power. Sense Archangel Uriel approach you and send his energy into you. Take a deep breath and feel the desire to carve out a new life for yourself. Let this force and purpose swell within you. With them, you can blast away the old and create that new life in every moment. Okay, so the one I pulled 4 in is the 3 of Scrolls, the 1 of Scrolls, the 8 of Scrolls, and the King of Scrolls. So in this reading, we got the King of Scrolls, the King of Roses, and the King of Keys. The one we didn't get, let's see, we got the King of Scrolls, got the King of Roses. The King of Keys we didn't get. Oh no, the King of Forces. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got the King of Keys, we got the King of Roses, we got the King of Scrolls. We're missing the King of Forces. It's just interesting to get to that fact on what cards we have. Alright, so I'm reading the Scrolls. I'm going to do this just in order. The 1 is Scrolls. A man at a train station looks over his shoulder at the signs that point to other tracks, but he has already looked at his map and made his decision. He lifts his foot to step onto the train. Though travel or a move can be indicated by this card, the meaning is often about your choices and directions. You may have been ambivalent. I can't say that, I'm sorry. Ambivalent. Ambivalent about taking a certain track in your life with regard to a project, relationship, a career decision, or a career directive, or even a location. But now it's time to decide. Even if you're not quite as assured as you'd like to be, the engine is smoking. There is a direction that compels you. So get on board. You will not falter. Special note. When this card is upright or reversed, imagine yourself stepping back through the stone archway of the station and into the adjacent card. This is the waiting room for your train, where you prepare for your journey. The information can help you get on track. Take a deep breath and say, I'm back on track. Feel the clarity of the declaration and let that energy fill you. As the state of readiness moves through you, sense just one simple act that will realign you with your purpose. Okay, so now we got the 3. Setting your course. The captain of a ship stands on the forward bridge, surveying the horizons through a telescope. 2 officers nearby refer to an unrolled chart. A rainbow colors the sky. This is a great time to broaden your horizons in both your personal and business lives. Do not limit yourself to one direction. Your opportunities are greater than just what you see. When you widen your scope, you'll find your way to limitless options and boundless wealth. This card can also show a potential partnership or affiliation among 3 people who can be helpful on your path. Travel or relocation may be on the agenda too. Special note, the captain's telescope shows the way to more information to a neighboring card. Whether upright or reversed, the card to which the telescope points reveals the supporting influences and obstacles as you chart your course. That card may also provide insight into events, people in your partnerships, and even travel or relocation plans. So let the telescope give you a closer look. Imagine you are a ship upon the sea. The wind has filled your sails and you cut through the water with ease. Feel the exhilaration of boundless freedom and the assurance of going wherever your will drives you. Where are you headed? Okay, the next card is the 8 of Scrolls. Paths unknown. Woodland animals gather around a woman who stands in a small clearing in the forest. The fork before her breaks into 3 separate paths. The middle is clear and bright. The left is much darker with more trees and growth, and the right is dappled by sunlight with a few shadows falling here and there across it. This card reveals that you've been traveling on a path that's known to you, and it shows you the way to the expected outcomes. But there are 2 other paths that aren't as clear. Remember, if you stay with only the known and seemingly safe, you won't catch the unseen opportunities that can come your way. Some options may be unexpected and perhaps a little risky. Don't be attached to your agenda that you miss them. Happily, during this phase, you can investigate unknown paths and make the decision that lie before you with confidence. You are flexible and brave enough to step into the shadows. Stay alert. Extraordinary opportunities abound in the least expected places. Special note, regardless of whether this card is upright or reversed, the past can give you more insight through the neighboring cards to reveal how your past and future converge into the present. The path that goes to the left will take you to an adjacent card, shows you how a past life, which would be the 3 of Scrolls, is influencing you today. The right-facing path will take you to an adjacent card that shows influences on your future endeavors or relationships, which will be the King of Scrolls. Close your eyes and see a path cloaked in shadow before you. It might be a little scary because it's unknown. Step right into the shadow and feel yourself filled with the excitement of uncertainty and unknown opportunity. Are you ready for a surprise? Okay, the surprise must be the King of Scrolls. Either you're advancing to the King of Scrolls, or the King of Scrolls is getting ready to come into your life. A man holds a scroll as he looks across a well-groomed garden. A number of scrolls lay on the garden bench next to him. He is the King of Scrolls, a man of learning, and he can be helpful to you in a number of ways. This man may be present in your life already. If not, you'll be meeting him soon. He may be an author, teacher, or communicator who will assist you in some professional way. He could also be a friend who brings wisdom through his own studies and spiritual practices. Be open to the guidance this man offers, for it could help lead your life in exciting new directions. As with the kings and queens, the King of Scrolls may also be a new love interest for you or for another, depending upon the location of the spread. His wisdom is compelling, and there are likely to be many interesting and lively discussions. This card may also represent you or someone you know who is longing for deeper understanding and greater clarity of thought. Now is the time to pursue new interests, perhaps in teaching, counseling, advertising, writing, publishing, or the like may be on the agenda now. A treasure trove of discovery is waiting for you, so let your mind and your life soar. You have the power to bring more enlightenment view to any situation when you take a step back and look at it anew. Take a deep breath and pull in the energy of King of Scrolls. Feel yourself fill up with the new sense of wisdom and heightened communication. Your mind and vision grow with the power of the King of Scrolls. Is there something you'd like to learn? All right, folks, so that's the end of your reading for the Akashic Tarot. Please like, share, and subscribe for the algorithm of my channel, as well as you will receive the notifications every time I post. Down below, in the box below, there's areas if you'd like to make a donation, as well as my email address in case you'd like to book a private reading. And God bless. Thank you. We'll see you the next time. Aloha. I'm sending you love, light, peace, joy, happiness, healing, and growth. God bless. Good night. See you the next time.